We'll go to FBZP. So there is not like one or two payments or one or two vendors. So companies needs to be pay for multiple vendor at the time. So it is not possible for manually sit and do all the payments. So they will go for automatic payment run. At one run, they can clear multiple open items with multiple vendors. So FBZP. Here we can customize this all the settings. So first we'll go for all company codes and go to new entry. So here we have to set for which company code we are paying to the vendor. So our company code is MML1 and sending company code, paying company codes. So for example, if the means under the group of company will be having multiple company codes, right? In other company code also wants to send the same payment detail, some payment details, but paying company code is different and sending company code is different. So instead of that company, other company code is paying. In that case, sending company code is different, paying company code is different. For example, under this MML1, like MM Logistics, so the group of group of companies will be there. Under that, MML1 and MML2 will be there. Two companies are there. So the paying company will be MML1. So MML1 is paying instead of MML2. That company should be paid. Instead of that, I'm paying. So we are two members in my family. So instead of my brother paying, I'm paying this. So that same effect will be same. So anyhow, that I'm the member of the family, but instead of that person, I am paying. So that should be shown here. Who is the sender? Who is the payer? Instead of that company, I am paying here. Okay. So anyways, I am having only one company code. So sending company also same and paying company also same. So I'll update MML1. So this is not necessary. It is optional. You can see there is no right mark. So this will be mandatory. So if you see here, there is a required entry, which is the paying company that should be updated, MML1. Separate payment, if you want to pay as per the business area, you can select here. So if you don't want any business area segregation, you don't require to select this. Payment method supply. So if there is a multiple payment methods, for that also you can, if you want to segregate, you can select this. So if you don't want to do the segregation as per the payment method, don't require this. So I'll tell you what is payment method or not. So it's still we have not reached a payment method. So tolerance days for payable. So if you want to give any tolerance for the payment, you can give here. Tolerance means, so if the due already completed, if you want to give any days, extra days, that you can give here. So usually we are not giving. So if company requires to give, means if they wanted to give, they can go for that. So if any discount for the payments, that we can give you maximum discount. This will be the maximum discount. More than this, should not be allowed. So if at the time of posting, if there is a maximum discount given in year, if I'm giving only 1%, if there is a 2%, 3% discount, it will not allow. Only maximum will be 1%. So I'll not select this. As per the payment term which we selected at the time of posting, it will consider. Okay. What is special GL transaction here? Special GL transactions. Completed or not? What is special GL transaction? Advance to the vendor. Yes. So special GL transactions means advance to the vendor or customer. If in any case, so that should be included in payment, that we can select here. So in the list, we can see the the all special GL transactions. So based on the company's transaction, we can select here. It depends on the company. If they want the special GLs also included in payment, this automatic payment, they can choose. On company codes, new entry. So if they want to add any special GL transaction, they can add here. You can we have done with A, that is down payment advance to assets. So if you want to add anything, you can select A here, that is special F and A. So F also special G, that is what is F? F also down payment request. Okay, so if some people may consider F and we are considering A. So we can select A, either A or F, anything we can select. And so for customers, anyways, we are not paying anything to the customers. So if we are making any payments to the customers, like any if they are returned any goods, that we need to pay to the vendor. In that case, that should be assigned. So your company code and paying company code is required. And save this. Any questions here? Okay, so then we'll go to all company code. So all company code is completed. We'll go to paying company code. Paying company code and go to new entries. So here, which is the paying company code? MML1. And here we can set minimum incoming payment and minimum outgoing payment. What is the minimum amount we should pay in the automatic payment program? That we can set here. So if you are not updating anything, so whatever it may be, it will go for payment. So if you want to set here, you can set. So at least if there is at least 1,000 rupees, then only it will comes under payment program. That you can set. Otherwise, if you are not selecting anything, everything, even if it is 1 rupee also, it will come to payment. So I'm not updating anything. That means everything will come to the payment. So exchange rate difference, there is no like this is an old concept. Exchange, there is no not exchange. Bill of exchange will be not available. No, this is very old concept. So this is not required, and no exchange rate differences. So if there is a exchange rate differences, so we have to select this, and that will comes in if you are paying any foreign payments other than that currency, means in other than Indian currency. So that foreign currency rate should be difference. So in that case, we can select. So now also you can select it, no issues. So we'll be getting some errors that will at the time of controlling, we will see how to set the foreign rates. No exchange rate difference. If you select, if there is an exchange rate difference, it will not allow you to post any documents. Difference part payments. So these are not required separate payment for each reference. So for each reference, for each invoice, there will be separate payment. That we don't require that for every invoice. So there will be one for example, for one vendor. So for example, this is my vendor, Philip. Philip is my vendor. So I'm having the invoices like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 7,000, 8,000. So I am having this many invoices to pay. So if I'm selecting this, for this separate payment for each reference, for each invoices, there should be a separate payment reference. I don't require that. So for all the payment, I require only one reference. So including all this, the total will be 83,000. For 83,000, I require one reference. That is enough. So if it is selected for every invoice, there will be separate document number will generate. Okay, so I don't require that. So that's the reason I'm not selecting this. Bill of exchange, anyways, this is an old concept. So we are not maintaining direct debit pre notifications. So some of the vendors will be having direct debit vendors. So what is direct debit means? So we will give, means the vendor will give the direct debit options. So they will issue the cards, like it will be like ATM cards. We as a vendors, they can issue, means they can withdraw themselves with that card from our account. We will give some limits. So with that card, they can issue. So without paying, so without we don't require to pay them. They themselves, they can withdraw money from our accounts. In that case, that will be called as direct debit pre-notification. That will be notified for our account. So if there is a notification, that should be removed in this run. So if they already taken the money, that money whichever they have took from our company, that should be excluded in this payment run. So for example, here I have to pay 83,000. So in this, they have already taken 50,000 as direct debit. So this 50,000 should be removed. Remaining 33,000 only I have to pay. That is the direct debit pre-notifications. Okay. So here, anyways, I don't have anything, any direct debit or anything. Okay. So I'm not selecting anything. So in the form, I will select, again it's gonna. One second. Hello. Sir, office, ನಾನು office ಗೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ sir, after 12:30, that thing. Okay, thank you. FBZP. All company codes, new entry. So here, company code and forms. In the forms, when we run the payment, when we run the automatic payment, what are the payment included in this payment run should be notified to the vendor. So this has been, payment has been done. You will, so once we run the payment done, it will not like they will get immediately the payment immediately. So once we run the payment, they will receive the payment after 2-3 business days. So this is just we are clearing in our account. Once we issue the check, that will take some time to get issued to the vendor. So when we run the payment run, system will issue the letter to the vendor that the payment has been done. You will receive your payment within 2-3 business days. So like that, system will issue the letter. So in that case, we have to select the payment advice form. So advice form will be created by the ABAP. ABAP means technical teams. So this forms will generated by the ABAP team. So while doing the payment run, we will select this based on the this advice. It will go to the vendor. Okay, and sender details. So letter details. So these all things created by the ABAP only. So we don't have the authority to create this programs and all. So this everything will be created by the ABAP. With the help of ABAP, we will create, and with this, the letter will go to the vendors and save. Which one? This EDI, yeah? Which one? Sender details I have updated, no? Sender script forms. So here I have given. Okay. So next. Huh? I'm not able to hear. Be louder, please. Fan gali jo glow barta ide. Okay, any doubts in paying company code? No? Okay. So we'll go to payment method in country. So what is payment method? What is mode of payment? It may be check or so anyways, we are not using cash. Either it may be check or bank transfer or wire transfer. UPI will not comes in the bank that business, and will be having wire transfer and in EFT. So we'll be having some modes of payment. So that we need to identify what are the ways we are paying to the vendor. So it may be check, bank transfer or anything. So that we need to identify. That will be comes under country level. So first we need to create under country that method. We have to first payment method should be available in our country. That should be available in our country. Then only it will be available to our company code. So first that should be created in our company code. So go to position, select your country, IN. Okay. So payment method will be only one digit. That can be created with one digit. So you can see all the payments method are created. So all the digits are have been used. So here I am going through bank transfer now. So you can choose anything, bank or check, or so depends on the business. So usually companies, they will maintain 2 to 3 methods, check, bank and other payment methods they used to go for. So I'll select bank now, T, bank transfer. Okay, so this is already created. Check in your system if you are able to create your own. So if you are able to create, go to new entry, country, IN, payment method T, that is bank transfer. Bank transfer. Description, this is also bank transfer. And for outgoing payment, that is for bank transfer. So don't select this streets, PO box and also if you select this, the address, whatever you are maintaining, that should be proper. If system will not find that address, it will not run the payment program. Because in practice, we are not maintaining proper address. So don't select this one. So usually in companies, we will follow this because there should be proper address for the vendor. So you don't require to select this because we don't have any proper address maintaining in the system. So you can select bank details. Bank account number for the vendor is required. So IBAN in this is it is a foreign vendors, we required IBAN, shift code and all. So if it is IBAN IBAN and the shift code, if it is not there also, the account number is mandatory. Okay. And the document, clearing documents and paying document. Paying document will be ZP and clearing document ZV. Okay. So for this also we have to create the number range before running the payment program. So when we run the payment run, that document, payment document will create with ZP and clearing document will be ZV. Okay. And then as of now, we are using classic payment medium program and then we'll go for workbench, DME. This will call it as DME, data medium exchange. For what is the difference between classic and DME? So here in classic, there will be standard format of the payment details that all the payment details with go as per standard to the bank. So here, once we run the payment, that will not directly go to the vendor. It will go to the bank. Bank will issue the payments to the vendor. So if we are running the payment, so here there will be a standard. If you are selecting classic payment medium, there will be a standard formats, payment formats that will go to the bank. If in case the business requirement is different and they need their own format to send the payment details to the bank, in that case they can go for payment medium workbench. So here they can create their own format. So their own format they can create and they can send it. So as of now, we'll go through the classic payment medium. So later we'll go for, we'll see how to create the formats. Okay. So here the standard format will be This one. This is the standard format we will be using in the classic payment medium. We'll use this code. Means this is the letter means format, standard format which we created by the developer, that we are going to use. Okay, so print, if you want to print the data, you can select this print list. See, an entry already exists with same key because the T is already available. So if you want, you can create. If you don't have any methods in your system, you can create. So I'm not creating new one because it is already exist. So T is already exist in my system in India. T is already available. I'm using this only. So I'll check whether it is everything is okay or not. So it's okay. So I don't require to do any modification here. Everything is good. So bank details selected, ZP, ZB, and also this is classic medium. So I don't require to change anything, and I'm selecting this T only. So first we have to create the payment method under country. Then this payment method should be created to my company code, because that payment method should be available in the country first. Then that should be our company code, comes under company code. So clear? Any confusion here? Payment method? No? Okay. So then payment method in the company codes. That payment method which we created, that we are going to assign to our company code. So payment method in company code. So here go to new entry, paying company code MML1. So for this company code, I am assigning the payment method T, which I created now. Okay. And then minimum amount to be paid and maximum amount to be paid with this payment method. So minimum payment method, I'll give 10 rupees. If you are not entering anything, even 1 rupee also it will include. So I'll give 10 rupees. If there is a 10 rupees, more than 10 rupees, then only it should be paid. And maximum, I'll give maximum. So if you limit this, for example, only 1 lakh, that should be, if there is a maximum more than 1 lakh of payment, the payment will not go to the vendor. So I'll select maximum amount. So distribution amount I'm not giving, so there should not be any distribution. And grouping item, single payment for marked item. So for all the payment which we are doing as per the vendor wise, that should be only one payment should go. There should not be any separate payment. So as I told already, there should not be any different payment for multiple invoices. There should be one payment. So for all the whatever it may be, for everything there should be one payment. Okay. So single payment. So I'm giving the screenshot here, so you can go through this. And payment per due date. So all the payments which are all the due as per today, means whenever we are going to the payment run the payment run, that day what are the payment as due, that should be comes under payment run. Extended individual payment, no, we are not giving the any extended days for the payments. And foreign payments should be allowed. So if any foreign payments will be there in this payment run, that should be added. So if you are not selecting this, if any foreign payments are there, that will not comes under your payment run. And form data. So form data will be standard one. We'll select this and save. So here drawer information form will be here the vendors. If you want to update the vendor information, you can update, otherwise not required. So this is the basic things you need to update for company codes. So the payment method has been created for my company code now. Okay. So then we have to update. This is not enough. There should be bank details also. Okay. So we'll go to bank. So before going to bank determination, we have to set the house bank here. So house bank LVZ, sorry, MML1. So we have already created our house bank, right? For manual payment, we have already created the bank details. So if you are not creating, you have to create the house bank first, then only you can able to do the account determination. Okay, so first we have to complete house banks, then we can complete account determination. So house bank is done, we have already completed, then we'll go for bank determination. So go to bank determination, you search for your company code, MML1. This is my company code, select your company code, come to ranking order. So here there will be rank order. What is this rank order? Any idea what is this rank order? Why ranking means first place, second place. That is there should be some sequence. So if there is a multiple people, there should be sequence, right? So in that case, for example, I am having multiple banks here like ICICI and SBI and HDFC and Axis. So there I'm having multiple banks. So I'm uploaded all these banks to my house bank. So how from which bank system should be taken the amount? That should be identified. That is ranking order. Okay. For example, here the payment I need to pay to the vendor, that is like 4,50,000. 4,50,000 I need to pay to the vendor. In ICICI Bank, I am having 3 lakh. In HDFC, I am having some 4 lakh. And in HDFC, I am having 5 lakh. Again, in this bank, I am having some 4,50,000. So, I am giving this is my first priority, second priority, third priority. This is my least priority. In this case, I have to pay in this payment run 4,50,000 I have to pay. So in which bank account it will go? I need one answer.
3, 4.
I need see. My first priority is ICICI. The next second priority SBI. Third HDFC. Then the least one is Axis. I need to pay 4,50,000, but I am having this is my balances in my bank. So just let me know in which bank or which are all the bank included in the payment run. Andre? ICICI is not sufficient, no? Both ICICI and SBI. So, yes, what is your point of view? How your mind is thinking? That's what I wanted. I don't want perfect answer. So overall, HDFC.
4,50,000 minimum balance you have to get in
Okay. So what is your same Andre? HDFC. Why? But because my priority will be ICICI. First period. Okay. So system will not take this off from this. Huh? Okay. You? Okay. So first it will complete this and then it will come to SBI. ICICI, SBI, HDFC. HDFC. Online people, Rashmi, Ramya and Sharad. ICICI and SBI. Okay. So here how system will do? System will not check like it will go to system. How system will do? First, my first priority will be obviously ICI. System will come and check ICICI whether it is having sufficient balance or not. If it is having sufficient balance, it will take. If it is not having sufficient balance, no, it will, even if it is 1 rupees less also, it will not consider that bank. It will go to next bank. That will check. There also, if there is a sufficient balance, it will take. If it is, if no sufficient balance, again it will go to next bank. Every money, everything for that payment run should be in one bank only. It will not be like it will take from this bank, remaining it will go to next bank. So no, everything should go from one bank only. Okay. So suppose, see, in this vendor only, I have to pay 83,000. So in this case, first priority is ICICI. So how system? So there will be multiple vendors. Right. There will not be like one vendor, two vendor, three vendor. There will be hundreds of vendor. In that case, if there is a multiple banks, from multiple banks it is going, how system will calculate from for vendors, that vendor, which bank it is going, from which bank it is going to the other vendors. It is very difficult to reconcile. So that's the reason system will check only, it will run with only one bank. It will not be with multiple banks. So that's the reason at least one bank should have sufficient amount. Okay. So that is the ranking order. Again, it is gone. You people are understanding? Bank determination. Select your bank LV0, sorry, ML1 and come to ranking order. Go to new entry, payment method wise. So our payment method T. So if we are having multiple payment method for everyone, everything we have to create the ranking order. Currency is INR, ranking order. Anyways, I am having only one bank now. So I'm giving only one. So house bank, which you already created. That is, so anyways, I'm having only one bank. So only one bank I am maintaining. So usually in companies, there will be multiple banks. Okay. Bank accounts, new entry, house bank, payment method T, currency INR, account ID, that is bank account ID, bank GL. So usually there will be multiple GLs. Usually they will maintain like incoming different GL, outgoing different GL, and main bank different GL. So here I'm not segregating this multiple GLs because you people will get confused if I'm maintaining multiple GLs. When I go to reconciliation, bank reconciliation, there I'll show how they will maintain different GLs and I will show. Okay, so here I'll take bank account. Bank GL, I'll take, that should be outgoing GL. Usually they will take outgoing. There should be a outgoing GL separate and incoming GL should be separate. So here I'm maintaining one only. So if I'm maintaining multiple GLs, you might get confused. That's the reason I'm not using. And bank accounts, here also same details I'll add. House bank, payment method, currency, ranking order, account ID. This is bank GL. Incoming, sorry, outgoing GL and amount. So which, how much amount we are having in the bank? House bank, account ID, days, maximum days I'm selecting, currency, amount, maximum amount I'm selecting. Save. So value date and expense charges, we don't require now. So value date means when it goes for payment, there should, as per today only, it has to go. So if we are not doing anything, it will go as per to the, whenever we are running the payment run, that will go. So this is what we have to do the configuration before running APP, that is automatic payment run. So make sure APP means that is not app. APP means automatic payment program. So if any interviewer, it already happened so many times. App, no app, it is APP. APP means automatic payment program. Okay. Okay. So this is completed. All FBZP has been completed. So now, is it ready to run the payment? We can run the payment now. It will run successfully. Am I able to, one second. Am I able to run the payment successfully? Yes or no? No, yes.
Part we created without agreement. Part we created that we should be available for our people.
Company code payment method assigned. It's done, right? Payment method we have already assigned. What else we left?
There was a vendor details. Vendor details.
So vendor we have created, right? For? Okay, so payment run one. Okay, so that is also good. Payment number range we have not created it for automatic payment run. Then anything else? That is the only thing we left with. Anything else? Okay, so tomorrow it's time up today. Tomorrow we'll run the payment. Let's see what are the errors we will get, and we will clear the error and see